The Secondary Commodity Composite Index acts as an umbrella to provide an overview by tracking market price trends across 11 sectors in the recycling industry. We will attempt in this review to provide, in a fairly comprehensive method, a summary of what information is included in the composite indexes. These 11 sector-based indexes are as follows. First, scrap metals; second, exotic and precious metals scrap; third, waste paper; fourth, plastic recycling; fifth, automotive recycling; sixth, electronics recycling; seventh, curbside recycling and MRF materials; eighth, textile recycling; ninth, waste to energy; 10th, tire and rubber recycling; and 11th, industrial mineral recovery. Each industry sector index consists of a weighted basket of specific benchmark grades of scrap and recovered materials, which have been chosen to act as a guiding reference that reflects each particular sector's impact on the overall recycling market. Since 1995, Cooksmill Netsystems has operated an online exchange network that facilitates the trade of waste materials, by connecting buyers and sellers of those commodities. This has allowed Cooksmill to establish and develop a comprehensive pricing system that covers a broad spectrum of secondary commodities. Each day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, price data is compiled across the entire network, which allows us to take a snapshot and establish a daily spot market price for each grade of waste material and secondary commodity. The daily spot market prices are accessible as a part of the basic membership service within the Cooksmill network. Building upon the foundation of the daily spot market prices, and by tracking the changing market prices of a basket of specific benchmark grades, this allows us to display market trend information for each specific industry sector in the form of composite indexes. Blending the current data flow that results from tracking market price trends across 11 sectors, allows for the opportunity to establish the Secondary Commodity Composite Index, which acts as an umbrella overview for the entire spectrum of the recycling industry. Each individual index provides a snapshot with views of trend graphs for a 7-day, 30-day, and 90-day period. In addition, they include both a 1-year and 2-year graph that all roll forward daily. One handy tool that is available is the 30-day trend tracker. This reflects the change over the past 30 days of all sectors in one view, which provides the ability to easily compare trends across multiple specific sectors within the recycling industry. Now, let's take a more granular look at each industry sector index in greater detail, on a one-by-one basis. First, let's look at the scrap metals sector. The Scrap Metals Composite Index consists of a weighted basket of 9 benchmark grades of scrap metal that includes aluminum, brass, copper, lead, magnesium, stainless steel, scrap steel, tin, and zinc. Second, we highlight exotic and precious metals. The Exotic and Precious Scrap Composite Index tracks the changing market prices for recovered precious metals, scrap minor metals, and exotic alloys. The index consists of a weighted basket of 11 benchmark grades of metals. These include cobalt and lithium scrap, molybdenum scrap, which is commonly simply called moly, as well as tantalum, titanium, tungsten, and vanadium scrap, gold, silver, platinum, and mercury scrap. We tend to find that some of these metals are highly specialized and lack maturity in the end-of-life markets, than what we encounter with more traditional mainstream scrap metals. The third sector we explore is the paper stock and fiber recovery market. The Waste Paper Composite Index tracks the changing market prices in the paper recycling and recovered paper fiber markets. The index consists of a weighted basket of 6 benchmark grades of scrap and recovered paper. This includes hard white, kraft, OCC or old corrugated cardboard, old newspapers known as ONP, sorted office paper referred to as SOP, and mixed paper fibers. The fourth sector we present is plastics. The Recycled Plastics Composite Index tracks the changing market prices in the plastic recycling industry. The index consists of a weighted basket of 8 benchmark grades of recycled plastics. The benchmark grades include ABS, HDPE, LDPE, polycarbonate, PET, polypropylene, polystyrene, and PVC. Next, we look at the automotive recycling sector. The Automotive Recycling Composite Index tracks the changing market prices of automotive-related scrap. The index consists of a weighted basket of 10 benchmark grades. The list of benchmark grades consists of whole car bodies, iron motor blocks, scrap lead-acid batteries, scrap catalytic converters, aluminum wheels, steel rims, lead wool weights, red metal radiators, scrap transmissions, and irony die-cast scrap. The rapidly growing area of e-scrap recycling is the next sector to be spotlighted. The Electronics Recycling Composite Index tracks the changing market prices of the computer recycling and waste electronics recovery industry. The index consists of a weighted basket of 8 benchmark grades of electronic scrap. Benchmark grades included in the Electronics Index are CPU scrap, CRT scrap, finger trimmings, circuit boards, scrap capacitors, electronic battery scrap, poly-E scrap and whole computer scrap. Traditional blue box items collected from municipal curbside recycling or materials generally sorted at material recovery facilities are commonly known as MRF materials. The Curbside Recycling Composite Index tracks the changing market prices of recyclable commodities collected from residential recycling programs. The index consists of a weighted basket of 9 benchmark grades. Benchmark grades include PET and HDPE plastics, OCC and ONP grades of paper, scrap glass, steel food cans and UBC, which refers to aluminum used beverage cans, and in addition we track both single stream minus glass and single stream plus glass. The 8th sector blankets the textile recycling industry. The Textile Recycling Composite Index tracks the changing market prices in the textile recycling industry. The index consists of a weighted basket of 12 benchmark grades of recovered natural textile fibers, scrap synthetic textiles and used apparel items. Benchmark grades in the textile sector includes rag stock, used clothing, used footwear, leather scrap, cotton, burlap and wool wastes, nylon and polyester scraps, carpet scrap, polyurethane foam scrap, and used bags. Number 9 on our list is the waste-to-energy sector. The Waste-to-Energy Composite Index tracks the changing market prices of a group of waste commodities that are recovered for their energy conversion value. The index consists of a weighted basket of 9 benchmark grades of waste-derived fuels. Benchmark grades in the waste-to-energy sector include ASR, which is auto shredder residue fluff; BDF, which refers to biosolids-derived fuel; HBHW, which is high BTU hydrocarbon waste; RDF or refuse-derived fuel, which is also known as solid recovered fuels or SRF; tire-derived fuel, commonly called TDF; UVO, which is used vegetable oil; UMO, or used motor oil; waste cellulose, and wood boiler fuels, which are sometimes called biomass. The 10th industry sector to be covered is tire and rubber recycling. The Tire and Rubber Recycling Composite Index tracks the changing market prices in the rubber and tire recycling industry. The index consists of a weighted basket of 9 benchmark grades of scrap rubber and tire materials. Benchmark grades include used tires and casings, scrap tires, shredded tires, tire parts and granulated tire crumb rubber, rubber tubes, non-tire rubber and pyrolysis materials. The last on our list is the Industrial Mineral Recovery sector. The Industrial Mineral Recovery Composite Index tracks the changing market prices of recovered minerals. The index consists of a weighted basket of 7 benchmark grades of recovered minerals and scrap industrial materials. The key benchmark grades related to mineral recovery include carbon or graphite scrap, glass scrap, scrap refractory brick, silicon wafer scrap, calcium waste and gypsum scrap and recovered salt. This concludes the summary of the 11 sectors that make up the Secondary Commodity Composite Index. We hope that you find this information useful, and that you may consider utilizing the composite indexes as a valuable tool to help in understanding the current market trends that drive the specialty niche market that represents the recycling industry. The data collected within the Cooksmill network is based on a dynamic compilation of transactions, with varying origins and destination points. Therefore, the spot market prices and composite indexes are not localized for any specific area or location but represents an international average or worldwide market price. The source of the Cooksmill Netsystems data is internal and proprietary in nature and may not reflect external market trends. In summary, Cooksmill Netsystems is a unique source of data related to secondary commodity markets. Please feel free to reach out to us if we can be of service in providing information on scrap, waste, or byproducts to assist in your circular sustainability efforts.